The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for getting involved early, joining the meeting just before we get started. We have a couple of minutes and we'll get going very soon. Just another minute. We'll get started right at the bottom of the hour. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar. I am Bob Hawk, and I will be going over some software today, part of our Agility Intelligence Bundle. Looking forward to covering this new application. Let's go ahead and get started. Our agenda for today is to cover the AI bundle. There are 4 components in the bundle: the interpreter, the agent, hacking, and today we're going to cover the Fusion Scheduler product. Well, how do you get this product? You get it when you update to 571.1, which is our current build of software. The Agility AI applications connect to the OpenAI cloud, and the requests go back and forth. Your environment with Wisys is private, it's secure, it's encrypted, and the data is set not to be saved. So once you disconnect, the data that you've uploaded to AI disappears. And the results can either be graphical or text or just more information in a grid. So if you were to look at the Wisys webpage, you'd see our current release is 571. And if you do an update, that's what will come down and you'll have the new AI product. Along with the applications, we have documentation. So it is pre-released documents that you can review and read and understand how to set things up and make them work. The interpreter is an application designed for drag and drop to take a document and either create a sales order or a PO just based on a text file or an image. At any of the valid types of PDF, those sort of things can be dragged right in. And then it will map to the different fields necessary to be able to do transactions in Macola. The agent allows a non-computer literate person, somebody that wants to use Agility, but may not have the query language or really wants to get in and try to understand everything. They can just interact with a grid in this little frame right here. They can type their words right here and ask a question. how many orders do I have from a customer. It'll display those customer orders for you automatically. And the packing solution is part of PickPack. It's an option that will help you determine the best way to pack out an order based on items, weights, and dimensions. Today, we're going to take a look at the Fusion production schedule. It is a visual whiteboard. In its first iteration here, it's very simple. Put all the orders on the screen and let you move them around. So when you update to 571.1, you'll have the scheduler. When you run a little time, it will put the Fusion application right on your desktop. So this is my desktop that you're going to see today. And it's just an icon that you can click on and do something. Well, what does the scheduler do? How does it work and what's it going to do? Well, the first iteration, as I mentioned, is a visual scheduler board. Very simple. And what you do is you can import your POP orders or your shop orders right into them. If you're not using POP or ShopFloor and you have your own system, you can actually integrate from a CSV file, and you can pull things in even though you're not using POP or ShopFloor. So there are people out there that just have their own system and they want to schedule. So it'll work with that. And the AI system will use the solver to be able to schedule your orders in an efficient manner. Hopefully it saves you a lot of time. And then once you get them on the screen, you can then move them around. And finally, you can print a schedule, or you could drop it to a CSV file if you want to look at it in Excel. Let's stop here and take a look at it. Here we are on my local desktop. And I've got the Fusion scheduler right here. Click on it. And it opens up. Well, let's start with the end in mind. Where do we want to end up? We're going to end up with a schedule. So there are things to do to get ready to have a schedule. And our orders will appear here, and then we will have them dropped right onto today's calendar. So let's go down a little bit. And we can start here with settings. This is where you put in what version of Macola you're using. Macola ERP is fine. Here's some ranking options. And then for ShopFloor, you can basically take a look at what orders do you want to display. And the same is true for POP. You pick the orders that you want to look at on the screen. There are users. You can see here I'm an admin user. So you can add more users. And there is no license count as to how many people can use this. It's just part of being a Fusion user. If you have Wisys and you've added Fusion, then a number of people can use it. Primarily, you're going to have just a few schedulers, though. That's usually what I see. Again, if you want to import orders from an outside system, you can pull in your data here. And there's lots of different targets to pull data into from external systems. You can change your database, and then you could see the log of what's been changing. Right down here in the bottom, you can see the current version number. Over here, I'm targeted at my Macola company, and this is my SQL server. Pretty straightforward. Under resources, you come in and schedule resources like tooling. You can have tooling as a resource. And then a specific resource, you have tooling for a specific job. Looking at employees, you basically define the shifts and the time you want to work on. There's an employee matrix right here. And by the way, this will import. You can bring your employees in, and I will do that in just a second. So this is where your different shifts are and people. And you can see here Kip is Work Center 1. So here's Work Center 1. And drag him up here and stick him on the calendar if I want. And you could go to a different department and find Carrie. And Carrie is in Work Center 2. You could drag her in there if you wanted to. Pretty easy. Here's your employees. You basically come in and import employees. Oh, here's a new one I want to import. And so now Mary is on the grid here. So these are my employees. These are their schedules. Here's a matrix. The matrix is who has priority in what department, maybe skill level. And you could tie people to that with a skill between 0 and 9. Continuing on, let's look at manufacturing. You can come in and you can put holidays on your calendar. I've got Columbus Day here on October the 13th. You can schedule downtime of a machine. These are routings. Again, you can import routings from your ERP. I've already pulled all mine in. Work centers. Again, you can pull them in from Macola right here. These are my work centers. You only have to maintain them in Macola. And these are my departments. These are all come in from Macola. So once you've done that, you're ready to get going on some orders. So I'm going to come over here to my Agility desktop. This is the console for shop floor. It lives right here. If you have the shop floor Wisys module, you'll get this component. And you can see here I have filtered on shop order 43, 45, 46, and one more, 126. So these are the only shop orders that I'm focused on right now. And you can see what they're doing, and you can see dates and times. And now what we're going to do then is we're going to pull these orders into here. So we'll just do import from ERP. Here's 43, 45, 46. Ding, ding, ding. Down here is 126. Import. So now that we have our orders on the screen, we pulled them in from the ERP system. And what we're going to do now is look at those orders. And when we pulled them in, they show up right here. They were not here before. So I can either click on them individually, and you can see the routing down below here. And so when I click on that, I'll get all my orders. And I'm just going to come up here and look at the schedule. There's a couple check boxes here. Constrained to shifts, that'd be important. And also, I want to split operations across time zones. So there you go. It has now pulled in all my orders, and you can see where they are across here. Very clean, very visual. You can come up here to the top, and you can actually change the timeline if you want. Maybe you don't care about the week. You just want to look at days. There's your days and your hours. Maybe you want to look at 4-hour increments. something like that. So if you drag something, drag it around, it's going to want you to drag everything with it. So when you move something, it will begin to move this and all the children levels with it. There you go. Pretty easy to work with. When you get things the way you want them, you can come in and do print out. You have to communicate to the shop in a way. So there's a little report here. You can come in and see the jobs that are on each day. And really what we're going to end up with, probably in the next release, is the ability to have a grid back in Agility on the desktop. And we're going to be able to use Agility on the desktop for reporting and looking at jobs, printing off a grid, if you will, and actually re-syncing the jobs back to Macola. So we can actually look at the dates that have been updated in a very simple way. I would point out here that we can export that to a CSV file. I've done that. And I've dropped it into my Google Docs so I can actually see these and the departments. These are the order numbers here. And you can see things maybe just the way you like them in a spreadsheet. Okay, there is a question bar on the right-hand side. I'm pretty much done with the overview. And we could come back and have more of a discussion. So if there's some questions out there, if you wouldn't mind dropping them in a question bar, and I'll give it a try to answer for you. Well, a question here about how many users I have in Agility. Do they translate to the Fusion scheduler? Yes, there's no number of people that are held to a limit to use the product. There is a limit, of course, to use the Agility desktop, so you would have a user license there to be able to see that data. Okay, looks like we can go ahead and wrap up. See any additional questions. So thank you very much, and I will publish this on our website, and you're welcome to share it with your other teammates. Thank you.